Sick. Well, I know all of you have beers already, and even though I'm like 300 episodes, almost 300 episodes in, I always forget to do this. But I do start the episode with an opening crack. So I don't know if anyone
Oh
wants to
shit.
double fist for a
Oh,
second, or you can fake it if you need to.
I
Do
will
whatever
double
feels.
fist it.
I'm
All right.
double fisting.
you're
So
so brave. Was I the only one who grabbed only one beer?
yeah, dude, you're
Do
a
I need
rookie.
do I need to go get a second?
I mean, technically, I
Go.
grabbed three.
Oh my
Shit, okay,
god.
wait. I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Hams?
go grab a second
Dude,
beer.
fucking hams. I haven't had that in so long.
I don't know. I think I've only had it once.
Dude, that was like a Cincinnati thing when I lived there. We'd always
Yeah.
have like a 30 rack of hams.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I think the last time I had it was Southgate Revival.
mm.
Yep, that makes
Cincy.
sense. It's Kentucky. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's always on stock in the fridge. So if you guys ever make it to Minneapolis, plenty of hams for you.
Hell yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, definitely Minneapolis is I think on our radar because that's someplace we've never played that I think would definitely fuck with us.
Oh yeah, it's the scene's been so good lately, and like, it's nice because like we're Minneapolis is like the one tricky spot where we're like 6 or 7 hours away from Chicago, so you really have to make it worth it
Yeah.
to come up. But I mean, uh, like the dudes in a Justice Sales, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just here not that long, like a week ago. Like that show sold out. Ben Quad's tour came through here. Like we want all this emo to come through, and people will come out for it. And like it's a really good
Yes.
scene with the kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Hearts of Gold, they're one of my favorites, and I know I've seen their shows there, and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
those dudes are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a killer scene. So hopefully you guys get up here one of these days.
For sure.
I always get it mixed up with Wisconsin. Is that next to y'all? Or
Yeah, yeah. So we're like this is
okay.
Minnesota, Wisconsin's right here.
Okay.
So like yeah,
I
we're
just
neighbors.
yeah, whenever I'm in Wisconsin, I'm like, oh, I'm in Minneapolis, I guess.
Close enough.
Yeah.
People say the same thing about Ohio and Indiana, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Well, we can talk about some of these hurtful feelings that people might have towards Ohio sometimes
Oh,
in
yeah.
this episodes. I saw this. Well, we'll get into that later.
Let's
We'll
get
at least
started.
and then we'll go down some rabbit holes. But for everyone that has their unopened one, what I'll do is I'll count us down. We'll crack these. I'll do the little intro, bring the three of you in, and we'll just have a good time.
Man, what a sick
Sick.
intro.
Wait, are we all cracking our second beer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
dude.
All right.
Come on, Alec.
Is
Get
it
with it.
wait? Is it gonna be three? Wait, three,
I'll
two,
do.
one,
Bro
I'll do
just woke up
three,
from his afternoon
two,
nap.
1, and then we'll crack.
Crack.
Okay.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Beers with Bands podcast with your host, Michael Torres. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Beers with Bands. Very stoked on this episode. I'm sitting down with Palette Knife tonight. How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Great.
I'm good.
I'm doing great. It's Tuesday. I'm drinking some beers, getting to talk with you guys about your band and the latest record. So, no complaints on my end.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. For people that are unaware of Palette Knife, one, what are you doing? But two, they are an emo band based out of Columbus, Ohio. Have a new record out that we'll get into called Keyframe. But before we get kind of too far into it, can we kind of go around the room and say who you are and what you do in Palette Knife?
I'm Alec. I do the lead vocals and guitar.
I'm Chris. I play bass and do harmonies and scrams.
And I'm Aaron. I do drums and I also scream.
I gotta say, some of these like screams that are on this record too hit in just like the right way. Like the way you guys have them kind of layered in there. Oh man, some of these songs like when it hit those points, like I got chills in like the best way. I gotta
Let's
say,
go.
Wow.
Thank
That's
you.
great.
of course. I obviously we're talking about Keyframe, which is the which is wild to say. I don't think I have many bands that hit this moment, but it's the third LP in your guys' collection. There are also two LPs out there: Ponderosa Snakehouse, New Game, and then there's also the debut EP, Self Preservation, that's out there as well. For everyone that hasn't checked those out, please do. You can kind of see them behind me if I move my head for a second there. But definitely check out all that stuff. It's so killer. Like you guys have just been consistent with everything you guys have put out, which has been great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think where I kind of want to start on this is obviously New Game. Oh, also, I forgot to mention there's also the DLC that kind of follows New Game
Oh
to kind
yeah,
of tie
yeah.
into that. I had to make sure I got that on the list, but
Thank you.
yeah, New Game came out in 2023, and here we are, 3 years later, getting Keyframe. Kind of what has been going on behind the scenes, kind of leading up to this, because I know usually your releases have always been about every 2 years compared to every hitting this 3 year
Mhm.
mark.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you guys don't mind, I'll speak to that a
Yeah.
little bit. So like
Hmm.
um with Ponderosa, we had like done that record all independently before we got signed. By the time that Ponderosa had come out after getting signed, we had already written a good chunk of New Game Plus and we're already in the middle of like demoing stuff. So we were able to do a really fast follow. I think the same summer that Ponderosa came out, we like a couple weeks later we're in the studio recording Jelly Boy.
Yeah.
So like we really hit the ground running with that. Now, going into Keyframe, we started writing a little bit, but we didn't really nail anything down until quite a bit later after New Game Plus had already been released. So that's kind of why it took us a little bit longer. We also did a different approach here with writing the record. We wanted to make sure we took our time. Um, Not that we didn't take our time and weren't intentional with the previous records, but like we did get kind of held to a date, if you will, like a due date. And we didn't want to have that happen with this record as much. So we took our time really writing everything out, going back and forth on different structures and versions, demoing. And then even when it came to recording, in previous records, we had done like 1 week to 2 weeks to get everything done. We broke it up into 2 to 3 songs per session, and those were sprinkled out throughout like over the course of a year, right, Alec?
Yeah,
So
we just take a long weekend, knock out 2 tracks, and then rinse and repeat a couple months later.
Do you
yeah.
feel like switching to kind of that method, for bands that might be listening and kind of trying to decide how they want to tackle maybe an LP or recording, what benefits do you feel like you had to do like a little bit of chunks compared to like the whole thing in like let's say a 2 week period?
I loved it. I feel like it really gave us time to focus on the specific tracks we were recording, like just with all of like the little tiny fiddly bits that we're trying last minute ads and like doodads we want to do to the track. So it's like in those weeks leading up to one of those weekends, we can really just go to practice and just jam those 2 songs for like 2 hours and really like get them ingrained in ourselves. And I also think that like I think the whole doing the record in a week thing is really cool. And like I think you can get a lot of consistent sound that way. But we really wanted to, I think, with how consistent our first 2 records are, we wanted to really delve into that. Okay, what if every song sounds just a little bit different, either by the mixing or what kind of magic is going to occur by doing things more spaced out that way, but still, having the record sound cohesive as a whole due to our writing idiosyncrasies or what have you. Yeah, I liked
Yeah.
it. I don't know. That's
I loved it. Especially like being a drummer, having to knock out like
Woo.
5 songs in a day or something like that. And like our songs are fast, they're hard. It is exhausting getting those takes down and just being able to be like, hey, we're only doing 2 songs today. And
Yeah.
like, I get the drums done in like 5 hours or something is a huge relief on me, my mental status, and my body. So
Was there ever with doing like this method, do you feel like there's a point where, let's say, like the first set of tracks you do, let's say like in June, and you're going, that's when you're kind of starting the process. Do you feel like by the time you get to like September and you're like, oh, we kind of did something different in this, third batch of songs? Is there like a part of you that wants to go back to that first batch and just like kind of tweak something, or like come up with a different version to kind of flow better into a different song or anything like that?
Well,
I feel like we got kind of lucky for the most part.
we got lucky this time. We when we wrote New Game Plus, we really went out of our way to make sure that like it flowed into different transition tracks. But I think ultimately our approach with this record, especially after having done New Game Plus, um, we wanted this record to go back to our roots, and really be just a band in the room. That was like a phrase that was always said between us, our producer Jeff, and that was like the focus. Like, let's bring it back to the three-piece sound. I know that Alec does record like two guitar tracks and bring multiple, vocal layers and all that stuff, but that was ultimately the goal.
And when I said that too, it's not to say that this album doesn't sound cohesive and it doesn't flow well, because it flows very well. Like I
Yeah.
would never have noticed if obviously you didn't tell me that you recorded it more in chunks than in its entirety.
I think it was also helpful because I think we booked our first session, and I think that was what Prototype and Fault Siphon were the first two tracks we did, and then we booked out our second like recording session, but in between that time span we were already getting first mixes back from Billy. So I think it was really helpful, like
Yeah.
feeling okay, this is what the final product is gonna sort of sound like, and I feel like that was also it allowed us to make more informed decisions about how we recorded the next sessions.
That makes sense. Um, and then obviously, like I had mentioned, third LP. I know it's hard for some bands to even do one LP, or hitting that 10 song mark, or even 8 to 10. Just trying to get the whole process together to kind of put all those songs together. Um, and here you are doing three in a row, which very commendable, and I love to see it. Seeing like a full, more of a story. Is there a reason that it works out better for the three of you to do like a collection of songs rather than small EPs?
Well,
uh I mean, I think there's a little bit of label pressure there, just because we signed on for 3 LPs
Hmm.
technically, but also I think it just worked out because I think we like doing longer form stuff anyway. And I feel
yeah.
like we got to cut like a little bit of corners with Keyframe, because it's like really only a 9 track, like 9 full band track album with the acoustic outro. And I feel like New Game Plus is kind of like in the other direction, where it's like, okay, it's really 10 full band songs, but then there's like 3 like little interlude like tracks sprinkled in there too.
Yeah. Are you also at the same time like a band that just cranking, like, are you like, how's the writing
I
process? Does it flow really well, or like is
I don't
there
I think
songs that
we just love jamming.
I
We
mean,
love
yeah.
jamming. I mean, like, you put the three of us in a room for a few hours, we'll have a new song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe two. I mean, you you gotta like stop us from jamming when we're
Yeah.
like practicing, because like I mean, we'll have like a new song. We're like, oh shit, is that? Should we put that on the record?
No, well, yeah, we'll like go to practice because we're like rehearsing for a show or a weekender or something, and like the last 15 minutes of practice, we're like, okay, let's just like jam. And it's like I live for practicing so that way we can make it to that jam session as like our reward.
Yeah, that's
The
where we
reward.
live. I think Palette Knife is like kind of like a jazz band in that sense. Like,
Mm.
we're very good at improvising and just going with the flow with things.
Yeah.
So
I've always been anti jam band, but we are kind of an emo jam band.
Someone said that in a review.
Yeah.
They're like, this record's kind of jammy. Like
Yeah.
I love that we have a lot of instrumentals like parts on Keyframe.
Yeah, me too.
No, it's like I'll keep saying it, and I feel always like an ass because I well, not an ass, but like I feel like I'm not trying to like dick ride in these episodes, but I'm always like, no, like shit's good. People should listen to it. Like I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't appreciate it. Um, at the like we kind of hinted at earlier, Keyframe has been out for as of today 11 days, which how does it feel to have the full thing finally out after releasing the singles and everything and all the hype kind of getting closer and closer to that final date?
It feels so good. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
Whoa,
Sorry.
Chris fell.
Chris passed out. That's how excited he is.
Yeah.
No, it feels great. I feel like this, because we were getting like final mixes like last summer. It felt like practically. It feels like I can't believe it's finally out. But
Yeah, no, same.
and the
Yeah.
reception's been really great. I think it's really exceeded our expectations. Like the pre-orders were all crazy, and everyone's been
feel
super
like-
kind.
Also, how long, like with the breakups, like it was like, was it a whole year of recording it? Am I wrong?
Our first session was like November-ish 2024, I want to say.
Yeah. So,
Or no. Wait, yeah.
and then the last
Yeah.
one was summer of
Was
2025.
last like July.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so not a whole year, but yeah, like that's another reason why it feels crazy that it's out, because it's like, God, 2020 November of 2024, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's always something I'm always like not envious of when it comes to bands and their music is like you guys will sit on a record for so long but when you factor in that initial recording time to when it's fully done, getting it mastered and even waiting for vinyl and stuff like that, and like to do the full release. Like I can't imagine waiting, like sitting on something for a year. Like I sit on episodes for maybe like a month, and like anything more than that, I'm just like, what am I doing right now? I want this out.
Yeah, it's a arduous process of just waiting.
Yeah. Even
But it.
so you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it feels amazing when it's finally out, but it's almost like I feel like it's been out for so long because I've been listening to the record, and I'm just happy that everyone else gets to hear it and experience it. I mean, I've been wanting people to hear Phoenix Down for a long time.
Oh yeah,
And Limit Break. I mean, we've been teasing Phoenix Down here and there. I think we just recently played it at Excellency, but like Limit Break is my favorite song off the record, and I'm just so excited for people to finally hear it.
I do want to say also, since I saw the post, congratulations on 200 streams for Keyframe already, I believe, if I saw that correctly.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Which just goes to show, like we said, the reception has been great on this. All the homies I feel like that we have mutually together like have been repping it and pushing it, and obviously I saw the Twitter's blowing up today for whatever discourse is going on.
Oh my
like
god.
normal.
Kill me.
But I loved your guys' tweet of just I think the only thing local bands should do is just stream Keyframe by Paladin. That summed it up perfectly for today. But yeah, if we could go like a week or so without like a random terrible discourse on Twitter,
It's always like something
Where
that
did
like
it start?
doesn't actually matter. And like but the fact that everyone has to give an opinion on it makes it bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you're making an opinion though on something that like someone in their early 20s is saying on Twitter, like, and you're like in your late 20s, early 30s, then I completely and utterly judge you because I'm like, what do you even? Why does it even matter? They're so far removed from each other. It's at least for me, like when I was my early 20s to like late 20s was a big shift.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and I stopped really going on Twitter, so I went on today just to kind of do my due diligence, and I saw
you turned around immediately.
I just put my phone right back down and just went right back to work.
Whoa!
I was like, nah, that was a mistake today. Let's wait for another day. One thing I kind of wanted to bring up with this record too is there was recently a tweet that you guys did uh, that pertained to paralysis itself. That
Oh
how that
yeah.
that song wouldn't exist if your therapist didn't tell you to try writing a song. How,
It was I was like, well, yeah, I can tell you the backstory. So
yeah,
basically, I was talking to my therapist. I'm like, okay, so I'm writing songs, and like, sometimes I'm using, I'm obviously using a lot of world experiences to flavor the writing, and I'm like, well, how do I deal with that when even if I'm not being hyper specific and I'm using people as reference for song material, that makes me feel, I mean, I'm feels very self-conscious, and I'm like almost scared. I'm like, even if I'm being vague, are they gonna feel weird about feeling like they're in the song, etc.? And he was just like, I think you should write a song about that. So, and I feel like,
Wow.
and we were writing sleep paralysis at the time, and I was like, okay, so maybe, yeah, I can use that as lyrical inspiration. But yeah, shout out therapists. I love mine.
no, I love that little like extra to it because like that is the crazy thing where like we'll see it in songs of like, oh, are they talking about this person, or like what could it be? Like obviously everyone knows, if you look at like Taylor Swift's records, people can like try and pinpoint as to
Yeah.
which X it's about. It's like getting all detectiveness with it. But it is that uncomfortableness of trying to write a good song from your experiences and being like, oh shit, like what if Janice, that pissed me off at work, thinks this is about her for whatever reason, or something random, like, so I mean, to kind of go meta with it is a really cool like thing that your therapist
Thank
had
you.
you
Yeah,
do.
I mean, yeah, I think it's a good spin on it without being too on the nose. Sometimes I hate when people write songs about writing songs. I think it can be kind of lame, but the fact that no one really knew that was what it was about until the tweet, I feel like makes me feel like I'm doing something right without
Yeah,
being like super meta. I don't know.
Yeah, you did the thing. I mean, I listen to like a movie podcast, and they always talk about how every movie is just about making movies.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And like the creative process. Like if you analyze like most of Christopher Nolan's work, he's just talking about like the magic and the science behind like movie making, and
Oh,
even
that's
like
interesting.
Spielberg. Yeah. But it's so like, anyways, songwriting.
but also for sleep paralysis, you three of you filmed a great music video, which we learned some things about the band. I feel like for people that might had not, we found out you all get comfy in one cozy bed. And you
Every
love to
night.
True.
you
Every
yeah
night.
you love to see it with the three piece all just cuddling together in bed.
Well, we've
Uh,
been waiting for this music video for too long. So we had to do something that was going to really sell it. And I think laying in bed together was it.
yeah, I like to think that you guys all have like matching pajamas
Yeah.
with like suits underneath. They're like the
God,
full
yes.
Yeah,
get up.
yeah, yeah. All monkey
Uh,
onesies.
yeah, exactly. Uh, but it's also a solid music video dealing with like those sleep paralysis demons that I feel like we all have dealt with in our lives. I know it's been a little while since I've seen or heard from mine in a while, but it's a trippy thing when you hit one of those moments and you
It's so
can't fucking move.
creepy.
Oh my god,
Oh
it's
my
so
god.
fucked up.
I used to get it a lot in college. I think just because
Yeah,
of poor
same.
sleep habits, and like I had undiagnosed sleep apnea at the time, and I'm sure that was a contributing factor. But yeah, I feel I'm mostly cured from sleep paralysis, knock on wood.
I've
Yeah,
actually never had it.
Don't
it's
sleep
it's
on
a
your back. Don't nap on your back in the middle of the day. That's like the recipe.
Yeah,
that's what did
been
it for
there.
me. Yeah, and it was like one of those things where like I was trying to also like I needed to let myself nap, but at the same time like my inner self like didn't want to let myself sleep, and that's the moment where like it just triggers it perfectly where you can't move, and I
Oh,
had to
it's
like
so
I
weird.
think it was sometime after I moved into this house, so like I'm still getting used to some noises. I live by myself, and like right outside my bedroom door is like the stairs to come upstairs, and I felt like I could just hear something
Oh,
coming
Oh,
up the
that's
stairs, and
awful.
Oh,
I'm just laying there just trying to get myself to just like just move an arm, just like do something, wake yourself up. Uh, shit's crazy. So thank you for making a song about
Yeah.
that.
I always joke and say that my sleep paralysis demon is Cher,
Nice.
crawling on all
Singing
fours.
what song? Is she singing a song?
Gypsies, Thieves, Tramps, and Thieves. That's Cher, right?
I don't know. I don't know that one. Can you sing it?
Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. And she's
Okay, I
crawling
see it
on
now.
all fours, but her limbs are abnormally long.
Oh, that's not good.
Ooh.
I'll illustrate this later.
Okay, good.
I think because of this TikTok, I don't know if you guys have seen the singer of Hot Mulligan as a sleep paralysis demon on TikTok.
Oh,
It's
I've seen
so
that meme.
fucking funny, and that he is his name Sade?
Tades.
Tades is my sleep paralysis demon.
My God.
It's so funny though.
Tades shouted us out at Excellency.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Super flattering.
Yeah, very flattering. Shout out Hot Mulligan.
I like how they played Coachella and they were just like, fuck Coachella.
I know, literally.
Dude,
Dude, same though, for real. That's crazy.
Get the bag.
Yeah,
good
do what
for
you gotta
them.
do. Yeah, get the bag. My favorite part of that too was that he brought up Fochella to the whole crowd, and obviously no one in that crowd really knows what the fuck Fochella is. But just to say it on that guy's stage of like, this guy, is suing people for stupid fucking reasons was great.
Yeah,
Long live Fochella.
that is.
Yeah.
But will we ever see any other music videos for off this record? Maybe a continuation of stories. We'll see that hand shut that door again. I don't know.
Probably not. I don't know.
We'll see.
Too soon. I would love another music video.
Yeah, they're
That'd
fun.
be cool. We definitely were talking about a few other options, but nothing on the docket as of right now.
Fair.
We'll have to call on our buddy Nick Marsloff, get him out of retirement once again.
Video retirement.
He came out of video retirement already for that video. So I don't know. I'll have to really sweeten the deal somehow. Take him to the casino or something. I don't know.
One thing that I kind of noticed with this, and for everyone listening and for you three as well, forgive me for I was never big into a lot of the games that you guys probably reference in some of these songs. Phoenix Down, I had to look up what that was and then realized, I never played that or anything like that. Because at first, I see, we have the song called Mimic, and then I see Leviathan. So I'm thinking more of like, the cryptids in that aspect compared to some of the references that you guys are doing with this. Where was I going with this question? Is there like a reasoning behind like trying to showcase a lot of this probably like history that you guys have with these games in these song titles and in some of the songs in general?
Yeah, I think I talked about this with Top 8, but like I guess it's like I want to write the song, tell whatever story I'm trying to tell, and then I want to use our collective nerd interests as like a way to like thesaurus size like the word choices. So it's like I'm gonna use Phoenix Down to talk about something that's reviving you or bringing you back to life, and I want to use these different like sciencey or nerd terms in substitute of the word choices that I would be using, but at the same time, for people that are in the know and know those terms, can be like, oh, I see what you did there. But at the end of the day, I just want them to sound cool or like interesting or just add to the magical realism of the songwriting, I guess.
One title that I tried to look up and I wasn't able to find anything besides Google telling me that you guys are a Canadian band, which was really fun.
Love Google AI.
Yeah. I was trying to look up Rat King
Regicide.
Oh God.
to see like because it's such a unique title. So I was trying to like really pinpoint it to see if there's something I could tie it to. And when you search that on Google, it just brings up the song multiple times and then says you guys are a Canadian band.
True.
So
Hey, great SEO. Great SEO.
so to help me get that one off of my brain, like what is that song
That one,
title?
honestly, that one's just kind of a silly one. Which we were kind
Yeah.
of moving away from silly ones, but we were, Rat King is already Rat. I don't know if you're familiar. Rat King is a thing where like it's a phenomenon. It's kind of gross when like multiple rats are like in too close a proximity, their tails can get tangled up, and it's called a rat king when that happens. It like goes back to like medieval times or some shit. But and then regicide is to kill a king. So I just thought because it's an alliteration and they both deal with kings, it was just kind of like a funny play on words. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really the story of it. I remember us talking about it that one night.
I think it was one of the
Wow.
we just like said it at practice and we were like, oh,
Yeah.
It just
song
There it
title.
is.
it's
Let me
Yeah.
do
so
it.
hard. Like when you said that to me and you explained that, I said that is like a metal. That's like hardcore as fuck.
That
Like,
would be in a huge gross like slime metal font.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's like someone's gonna take that and make a band name out of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
my
good
dream.
band.
That's my dream to write a song that someone else uses like
Wow,
for a band name.
that is cool.
Oh, like Panic at the Disco is like what I forget what band. It's like a line in like a I don't know old rock, but it's like
Yeah, that one
it's
I
like a
remember.
Metallica song or something.
Well, the story so far, I think, is a lyric in a Newfound Glory song.
I
I'm
think
pretty
that's
sure.
I think that's right. And then I
Yeah.
think I think All Time Low is also like a Newfound Glory reference.
Oh
Oh
shit.
shit.
Okay.
Damn,
And then
shout out
obviously,
Newfound Glory.
I know, right?
yeah, and then oh what I feel like there was another one that I always think of. I don't know, can't think of it because there's one that I think got a song from a Blink song that's kind of big that I can't pinpoint. But Neck Deep got their name from the Crucial Dude song. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
and it's
It's the
it's
easy way.
wild. Yeah, it's easy, but it's also wild that like that those bands as to how big they've gotten, like just the perfect encapsulation of words that they were able to snag from like that band in like an homage way, and then just it just
And
leads
then
to
have
them also
that
just
band
blowing up.
also blow. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
weird lineage thing. Yeah.
It's cool. It tells like the history of the genre.
Yeah.
yeah. So just wait, you guys will be headlining something, and then some band's gonna come up and be like, "Yo, we're Rat King
Oh my
Regicide."
god,
Oh
that's
my
my
god.
dream.
That'd be
Dude, I
so
would
sick.
freak out.
Would you be
We'd have to go
disappointed
on
if they
tour with that
weren't?
band.
Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
be disappointed if they weren't like just like a super metal band in that font, and we find out that they're like
I
I
would
don't
be
know
I would
something
be
else?
I would be more flattered if they're like a completely different genre.
Yeah.
Like
Because
folk punk or
then
something.
they're
Yeah.
listening to our type of music, but not inspired by us necessarily. I find that cool.
That makes the
Mhm.
best music when you're inspired by bands that are like not the genre you
Yes.
are seeking out to make.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this episode comes out at the end of May, so I know most of the dates with the Stars Hollow dudes will be have already been done by then. I think there'll be like two left to tail this out. Which one? That's gonna be killer lineup. Even with Kerosene Heights in the mix, like super stoked for you guys going on that run. I know you guys also have Stoop Fest coming up at the beginning of May. All solid shows that I hope are just sellout crowds. Excuse me. And just keep going from there. But one big thing that's coming up in June is the Keyframe album release show happening at Ace of Cups
Yes.
with For Your Health and Manor Gates.
Let's
Another
go.
incredible lineup, which is going to be so sick to celebrate the record that way.
It's very serendipitous that For Your Health is playing because our album release for New Game Plus, we played at Ace of Cups while they played their album release across the street at Dirty Dungarees. So it was like it's very serendipitous that they are joining us.
Hmm. Yeah, we've been
It's
dying to play with them for a long time, so really excited to finally get to play with the homies.
yeah. That'll be so sick. That's wild that both you were having album release shows across the street from each other.
Yeah.
But happily, this year they get to be part of this.
Now everyone just gets to go to the same place.
Yeah. Is there any significance for Ace of Cups as someone that's not from the Columbus region? Like, is there a reason that you guys chose that place to have the show at?
Kind of our home base, I guess.
Well, Corey,
Yeah.
who manages Hot Mulligan, he owns it. He's a part owner of it too. So I guess that's another reason why we like playing there.
Yeah, it's also there's kind of like a big venue jump in between. It's like that. It's like Ace of Cups is like what, like a 300 cap,
300
Yeah.
cap, yeah.
and it's like like the next biggest venue in Columbus is like, I don't know, like
1,000.
yeah, it's crazy. It's like there's not a
Yeah.
good upper mid venue. So
That's
I'd rather
fair.
pack out, Ace of Cups and just have a great time. And
Oh yeah.
I just
We're
like
kinda
going
sleepy.
there even when we're not like I just like going there for
yeah,
shows.
great
anyway.
vibes, great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
great.
hot
Shout out Ace of
dogs,
Cups.
Asian food outside. What more can you ask for?
Like, that's more than most places have. So,
Yeah.
Now, I know when people think of Ohio, we think, obviously we got Columbus music scene, we got some Cincinnati music scene, some Cleveland scene, Cleveland rocks, all that fun stuff. What kind of makes Columbus stand apart from the two other cities, maybe music wise?
Hmm.
I mean, great indie scene, great hardcore scene.
Yep.
Yeah, hardcore scene is strong
Also,
here.
hella venues.
Well, that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. When I played in Pittsburgh with Hummus Vacuum, the other band was telling me the reason why like Columbus and Cleveland do so well is because they have so many venues. Because Pittsburgh has like none. Like they have very limited like local venues. Columbus, I just feel like you could literally pick a venue almost any day, and there will be a show happening, which I think is so fucking cool. Which is why I love Columbus, honestly. But I feel like Cleveland's like that. Cleveland's like that too.
Yeah.
That's,
I feel
that's
like
one thing. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the Columbus scene has really changed since the pandemic. I mean, I feel like every music scene has really changed since the pandemic, but like with our experience directly with Columbus, like it was interesting, a little sad because before the pandemic, there was a really robust network of house venues.
Mhm.
And like that was like it really fed into what became this machine where there was just new bands popping up everywhere and little fest all the time, and it was amazing that
Mhm.
2018, 2019, and into the beginning of 2020 seeing just it just completely blow up in a beautiful way. I hope there is a better. We're not really into that right now because it's typically younger crowds, but like, you know, I hope the house venue scene is recovered. But yeah, there's still a lot of really great smaller venues like Dirty Dungarees and other places across Columbus that make it amazing. Great spot to get started for sure.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I like in similarities to Minneapolis is like we have a bunch of venues kind of everywhere where it's the same thing where you pick a day of the week and you just throw a dart at the board. You're gonna go see a show no matter whatever venue you go to, which is nice. We have a few cafes that have kind of popped up and formed venues inside their establishments. I know over the past couple of years we've lost I think a couple of the prominent house venues that were around that were really big. Thankfully, I think some of those people are still doing like booking at some like still putting on shows, but just at an actual venue now. But it is that thing where I'm also not one to usually go to house shows anymore because I don't want to feel like that old weird guy there. But like there is that kind of like little bit of resurgence kind of popping up with house shows where I see them kind of on flyers every once in a while, and I'm like, okay, the scene's like kind of healing after the
Yeah.
pandemic a little bit.
I mean, that's how I mean, to bring it back to the DIY like Twitter discourse drama of today. It's like that's how we got like our start. And like in 2019, we would say yes to literally every house show for like a full year, and it felt like we had a show like once a month, maybe if not more. And it was just like we would just say yes to every show, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it was a great time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, we would play multiple shows sometimes in a weekend, and there was at least one instance where we actually booked two shows in the same night. So we played our set at one house venue, packed our shit up, went across town, and played another set at a different house venue. That was insane.
Yeah, that was insane. But
yeah, yeah,
we can say we did it. We put in the work.
right.
Yeah. So fuck what everybody else is saying. Every band should play every single show they absolutely should.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially if it's house venues. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
every house
Just
you
play
can.
it. Just play it.
Have a fun time. Be with your community.
Yeah.
yeah. I had some friends that played a house show uh, like a week ago, about a week ago. Sorry, that's a stim that'll never go away. I was really bummed because I didn't get to go to that one. And there were like some really good friends that played that one. It was just nice to see like the videos of just like feeling nostalgic again. I'm like, oh shit, like they're in the basement again. Like they're almost my age, or like we're around the same age, but to just be like, that's what we grew up on, and to see friends like getting to showcase like how to do it almost for like this new wave of college kids, um, is just like really heartwarming in a way.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
They're giving back because
Yeah.
they knew how much it meant to them when they were that age. So they want to give back in some way, shape, or form, and that is really fucking cool.
The other thing that's really fucking cool, Keyframe. Boom.
Back
Brought it back.
at it.
We got 'em.
Transition.
Uh, one thing y'all did with the vinyl release is you also did a special alternative cover, aside from the obviously the regular cover. I think you also again do my due diligence scrolling through Twitter today. You also I think posted a picture of like different fonts for the spelled out keyframe that I'm gonna guess some of those were the ideas for the alternative cover. Um, was there a reasoning behind doing like this alternative style cover that kind of takes away from like the main image that we see on the cover art?
Well, um,
Just
Joe
Joe's
approached
idea.
us. Yeah, Joe's idea to just make a special variant, and we had never had that option before. So he hooked us up with this vendor, and we kind of went back and forth on what exactly we wanted it to be. But ultimately, we made the decision to do the very minimal keyframe logo. One, because we had made the very deliberate decision to not put any type on the front of the cover. And so this would be the only instance where you would have a permanent way to have keyframe on the cover. And Alec did such a beautiful job with the logo type. I thought it
Thank
was
you.
just a great way to showcase it. And we also wanted it to tie back to our original art that we did for prototype with the holographic kind of texture in
Yes.
there. So it was kind of like tying that back to all of that. Yeah.
I love it because like you don't see a lot of bands, at least in like the current DIY space, like kind of where your guys level and below, doing those alternative style covers or like doing an alt version. Um, because I feel like it's one of those things where kind of it feels like you're taking that next step to be like, hey, like not only are we doing different variants of vinyl, which all the colors schemes have been great, but to kind of do that extra cherry on top for like those really diehard fans is really nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm stoked to say they all sold out, which is like really
Yeah.
flattering and cool. I think it looks good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But shout out to everyone that picked up one of those.
And oh yeah, there's a there. So I think we did 100 of them, and of those 100, there is one that, in addition to it being like the foil that all of them will have, it also glows in the dark, I believe. So you might be, and like we're like talking to Joe about it from Take This to Heart. He's like, I have no idea which one it is. Like none of us, like it is completely random. So yeah, we don't know. So if you're listening to this and you bought the special edition cover, you might have the one of one glow in the
That's
dark.
wild. That's awesome. So I know typically on these episodes, I jump around quite a bit talking about, the record and everything else you guys have going on. But I want to make sure that there's nothing between Keyframe and Palette Knife that I might have missed that you want the people to know about.
I can speak maybe to a little bit of like where like the art comes from. Like we I want to say in the pandemic, like around New Game Plus time, Aaron and I started getting really into Gundam building. And like just like model kit building, and like we got into the anime and XYZ, and we were like, okay, we definitely need to like bring this into Palette Knife some way. So when we were brainstorming concepts for the new record, we are like, okay, let's make it mech themed. And originally our scope was like a lot bigger. We were like, okay, we're gonna be like we're all gonna each have our own mech, and they're gonna combine to form this super mech, and we're actually like Earth's defenders against like space dragons, and we gotta fight the space dragons in our mech suit. And from there we've kind of like dialed it back down to most of that head canon is like just for us, but
yeah, like Keyframe technically takes place in a cyberpunk future alternative universe where magic is the driver for like all technology. So like those different runes that you saw on the page what that Alec put out on Twitter, each of those represents like different spells, and you use those runes to power the mech itself.
Okay.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you'll
So
see them
that was
iterated like on the sword design of the mech.
And also, let's add, Aaron is a huge Magic the Gathering fan and player and collector, so that also added into this storyline that they got going on here.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, we did like an April Fool's post where we were like, yeah, Netflix picked us up and we're gonna do like a 3-part mini like anime episode, like mech anime show.
Kind of our dream, maybe,
Yeah.
if Netflix is listening.
Yeah, I think they're a weekly listener. Not, I'll shoot it over to them. But we see the kind of the Gundam references kind of come back. I think on one of the new shirts, you guys have like the punch out thing. Which side note, I recently, as most of us probably in our lives right now, scrolling through TikTok doing just TikTok things, and I came across someone that was on like a trip to Japan, and there's like a store where you can kind of go in and pick all the different colors of what you want.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's so
cool.
sick.
It's very cool.
I want to do that so bad.
Palette Knife Japan tour 2027.
Oh
my god!
Don't tempt me.
I got a passport.
You really want to?
Worst party ever as a sketchpad. Ari Garnon friends. Who else? Amusement logger.
Yeah, we got friends out there. We can make it happen. We just I gotta get my passport, and then maybe we'll see about it.
Into it, over it. If you're listening, I know you like Japan. Take us out to Japan. We'll be the greatest support band ever.
That'd be tight. That'd be so sick. Well, hell yeah. Everyone, if you haven't already, like I've said, to go listen to Keyframe. We'll talk links here in a little bit. This is obviously Beers with Bands. You don't have to be drinking on these episodes because I'll definitely do that for you. Crazy how just sounds just pop up everywhere. But I know the three of you have some beverages in front of you on this fine Tuesday evening. What's everyone drinking tonight?
Alex?
Start.
I have if my blur will stop blurring. Rheingeist Juicy Truth IPA.
Christopher?
I'm drinking slush, which I just had for the first time tonight because my fiance said find a sour that we've not had. And this one's really good. It's strawberry, raspberry, lemon, and lime. And I think it's an Oklahoma brewery. Pretty sure. McAllister, Oklahoma. Yeah, very cool branding.
Yeah,
There, there
they're a
was one with
great
a there was
great
one with a
brewery.
cat too, but this one looked more appealing. And there's one that's rainbow sherbet that I'm excited to try. So shout out Oklahoma.
Good.
Shout out Oklahoma. Okay, see. I am drinking a Land Grant Raz Shine raspberry
Ooh,
ale.
that sounds
Land Grant
good.
is a Columbus brewery. They do some good work. Great company. And shout out Jesse for leaving these in my fridge. So Jesse is our good friend, fan of the band and Magic player, and also a disc golfer with us as well.
Oh,
So
Jesse's such a good dude.
we love Jesse.
And he's taking us in his van on tour too.
Nice.
He's
Hell yeah.
he's our merch
Come
person
see us on
slash
tour.
driver.
Come meet Jesse.
Yeah.
Come meet Jesse.
The man,
Give
the
him
myth, the
a
legend.
magic card. Yeah. Also, I would like to address something. So earlier today, we got a DM on Instagram. Somebody was asking us if we do trades because the flyer for our Stars Hollow run has a bunch of Pokemon cards on there. We do not play Pokemon TCG, so we will not have cards. We will not have binders at the table. We will not be doing trades. But if you want to gift us a Magic the Gathering booster pack, I will gladly accept it. I do play Magic the Gathering
Oh,
TCG.
yeah.
Jesse does. And we will be playing Magic the Gathering on tour. So just saying.
Yeah. No, yeah, because I think I was talking to Tyler. He had posted as to like, they were trying to do really get both the artworks in there for your guys' record and his record for it, and it just wouldn't. The colors just wouldn't work, so
That's
ET
fair.
switched it to Pokemon cards, which is very on brand for Tyler because I remember he used to send out. It was it might have been Yu-Gi-Oh cards at the time. He would like send them in early packages like merch orders and stuff like that. But we at least got that out of the way. Magic the Gathering is the go-to. Everything else, don't bring it. But it's funny because like even when when we used to tour, Magic I don't think was really as big or popular as it is now because this was like 2014. But like I'd be driving and like 2 rows behind me in the van, like two guys would just be battling it out with Pokemon cards and just doing their thing. Like it. Are you guys the same way? Just are you guys doing it during the drive, or do you guys find like a nice time where it's not like a moving vehicle?
Oh, this is an errant question. Chris and I
Well,
don't play.
No.
yeah, I'm the only one. I'm the only actual true nerd here. Shout out Magic the
Okay.
Gathering. It is the oldest. It is the original. It is the best TCG. It is from 1993, the year of my birth. So it is already amazing. But to answer your question, no, I will not be playing it in the car because I get motion sick. So I have
My
to keep
man.
my head up and not
They
looking at
should-
anything other than the road.
They should put Exodia the Forbidden One in Magic the Gathering.
With the way these
Do a
Universe
Yu-Gi-Oh
Beyond sets are
set.
going,
They should do a Yu-Gi-Oh
they
set
probably
in
will.
MTG.
They probably will. Just give them a couple years. We'll get Pokemon in there. We'll get Yu-Gi-Oh in there. I mean, they might as well because they owe everything that they do to Magic the Gathering.
They're gonna
Aaron, if they
be a card conglomerate like at that point.
Yeah,
Aaron,
they
if
already
they put
are.
out a Dark Souls set, I'll buy a deck.
Not too far off. Supposedly coming next year. Keep your eyes
What?
peeled.
Okay,
Yeah.
I take it back.
Too late. You're already locked in. Get those pre-orders in now. Anyway.
Well, you heard it here. Again, Magic the Gathering. And then for this episode, I have a nice. It's a smaller brewery, kind of out of Milwaukee. Hams because can't go wrong.
Classic.
Dude,
Hams.
Hams is classic.
Yeah. it's the beer, refreshing. That's literally the tagline. Yeah, I think you, Alec, when you went to go get your second beer, I told these guys, whenever you guys come to Minneapolis, fridge is always full of hams in this house, so plenty of hams
Yes.
for you guys.
Let's
Hell
go.
yes.
I look forward to it.
Yes.
Lost that train of thought already. Wow, it's a Tuesday. It's
Yeah,
wild.
it is a Tuesday.
Yeah, man, it's yeah, fucking. This year's going by so fast already. It's crazy.
I know.
But it's been nice because like I was thinking about this earlier when I was listening to Keyframe. Is obviously you guys just dropped, mid-April. Stars is dropping end of April. Like it's your guys' releases. That everything that's kind of releasing right now is like the perfect time. I feel like, because like we're kind of going from like these dreary winter times, trying to get into the spring and get ready for the summer and just sun in general. And like your guys' records are, while Tyler's might be a little bit more depressing at times. You guys' records are really keeping the vibes alive as we kind of transition into spring here and get ready for the rest of the year. So it's been like perfect time to release this. I'm
Hell
stoked.
Hell
yes.
yeah.
Thank you.
People be calling us a summer band.
Yeah.
I think you're saying that. I think we're a spring band.
Well, technically, Pal and I started in the fall, so I think we're a fall band.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We're an end of summer band.
End of
What
summer
do you call
band,
that?
yeah.
What's the
It's
time
dog days of
between
summer,
fall-
baby. Dog
fall
days
and
of summer. Dog
Dog
days.
days summer.
That's when my birthday is. That's why I know that. Because that's the best time of year. Dog
You're
days.
not at the end of
School-
August though. You're
Oh no,
mid
but
August.
I'm saying it is that the beginning of August into September is dog days because it's right before school starts, and like that's when like my birthday was always like the last hoorah before I had to go back to school, and I wasn't.
So
a
you're
kid.
saying the dog days of summer is kind of a bummer.
No, because I was born during the dog days because I'm a real dog, you know.
Woof, woof.
Whoop, whoop. God.
Where's Louie? I need him
Yeah,
to
know, I
Eric,
know.
Eric, can you do
I can't tell if that was good or not.
Louis,
Let us know in the comments if it was good.
Louis from Tiny Voices and Stars Hollow, and various other projects.
Ends
He does
well.
this. He does
Ends
this
well.
bit where he will bark into his like elbow, but it sounds like a real dog in the other room barking, and he'll like do it when we're like gaming, and it's so disorienting.
We'll be in the middle of a match and we'll just hear a dog barking. I'm like, Louie, I did not know you got a dog, man.
That's great. I'd love finding out more and more things about Louis, in just in general.
Louis a DIY cryptid.
Oh yeah. I feel so. I kind of feel bad. So I'm doing Beers Bands Fest 3 this year. If you're in Minneapolis, come out. It's in July. But I happen to have booked it to a point where Louis plays 3 times that night.
I saw that. You're trying to kill him.
Gosh.
You're trying to kill our boy.
Justice for Louis.
This is what he's done to himself.
Him.
He's done this to himself.
Yeah, he
like
kind of did it
that.
himself. I was talking to Kyle and when I sent him like the finalized flyer and everything, he was like, "Dude, Louis gonna die," and I'm like in my head, I'm already trying to like
Just separate the sets.
Yeah, try and separate it enough where like he doesn't have to do 3 back to back. And I feel like Kyle and me both agreed. We're just like, fuck it, let's just do them all just straight back to back to back. Just see what happens.
Kyle
Which I'm not going to do that to him. But yeah, it's turning into Louis Fest for that one, so it'll be great.
Oh man, there
just
needs to be
rename
that.
it.
By
I put it in
2030, most
parentheses.
bands will have Louis as a guitar player.
Louis asked to play guitar with us.
Yeah, he might be part of
Nice.
Pal Knife. Who knows?
I'm like, slow your roll.
Yeah, in 2030, everyone be ready for Louis Fest. It's gonna be most of the scene. It's gonna be wild. He's still gonna tech just for, except Ben Quad will headline, but he's still gonna tech for Ben Quad after
Yes.
doing all the sets throughout
Yes.
the night.
No
Yeah.
Problemo has 3 guitarists now, and I just know by 2030 they're gonna have 4, and the 4th one will be Louis.
Yeah. Incredible.
The sad part is all these bands are going to go on tour at some point, and he's going to have to really choose as to where he's going to go. And then obviously Kyle already has the blow up doll of Louis,
The
so
backup Louis, yeah.
yeah. So all the bands are just.
Although
gonna
that
have to take
died,
those.
the backup Louis died at Excellency. It like
Oh, no.
during
It got
Emily's
shredded.
sets.
No,
I mean,
They're like, what
They
did you
killed
do?
Louis.
What did you do to
They
him?
murdered Louis. They murdered Louis once, and you're gonna murder him again.
I already have a plan. I'm going to have like a bunch of just seltzers just on deck just for him, his own private cooler. No one else can have any of them. He's gonna sit on a throne. He'll be comfortable. I'll put a fan on him. He'll be fine.
You better do my boy right. Give Louis some justice. Give him a hot tub.
He's gonna. Well, we'll see. I'll figure that one out. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
But
All right.
he's gonna get his own corner. He'll be fine. He got it all settled. Man. But this has been, dudes. This has been a great time. Just chatting about Keyframe and just kind of bullshitting in general. Like, I'm so happy that we finally got to do this and get you guys on the show.
Hell yeah.
We're
glad to be here.
Of course. Not to say that we aren't already on a high note already, but I like to end off these episodes on a high note. So, I mean, this is a little bit of a loaded question to kind of end off the show. But from your time in Palette Knife, what have been some of your favorite moments that you've gotten to experience so far?
Mom jeans.
I was gonna say mom jeans, 100%.
Mom jeans. Honestly, the first time we played Coachella was like a big moment for me too. Just like we played side stage, but it was just like packed out, and like just seeing everyone just mouth every word is just very humbling and very cool.
I feel like also our New Game Plus album release was probably the best day of my life. Like, it was just like it went so well, and like everyone, like, well, I did some very I definitely poked the bear with people, like, if you don't come to this, I will, you're dead to me. So that definitely helped, but the fact that a lot of these people came, and like it just was it was one of the most it is the most wholesome day of my life, 100%.
It's a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
We put so much work into that too, because when we did the full album like playthrough, we did the interludes as well, which required our buddy John to come up with us. And so we played as a 4-piece that night, which was a lot of work. We put so many hours into getting that rehearsal and getting the show and the flow, because we wanted to make sure we were capturing the album experience one-to-one as much as possible. And yeah, it was a beautiful night. For sure.
That's amazing. I'm so happy for you guys. Chris, how many death threats have you sent for the upcoming album release show?
It's not death threats. It's more.
That's harsh.
Yeah. It was more of hey, if you love me, you'll come, and if you don't, then like don't bother talking to me ever again. But just so you know, that was the first time I've ever done that to anybody. So people did take me very serious.
You only get 3 of those max.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Well, hell yeah. Everyone, like I said, go listen to Keyframe. If anyone's looking for merch, music, or Palette Knife in general, where can they find it?
GangstaHeartRecords.com, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, if you want merch and stuff, there. If you want our Instagram, Palette Knife Band, Twitter at Palette Stashes.
Is it bandcamp.com/Palette Knife Band?
Yep.
I think
Something like that.
Yeah,
one of those.
Something like that.
Try Palette Knife Band.
You'll find it.
We got good SEO. We have a link tree in our bio.
Yeah,
make sure you put band after Palette Knife, or you're gonna go to bobross.com.
Or we're gonna be Canadian.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Hey, we are Canadian.
We're spiritually Canadian.
Yeah.
I do have to ask because it's something that I've always been kind of curious about. Obviously, the name's Palette Knife on most of the socials. It is Palette Knife, but on Twitter it's Palette Stashes. Why the mix up?
Palette Knife is taken by someone who hasn't logged into their account since like 2009, and
Yeah.
I can't get the IP from them unless we like buy the website domain, and then we can maybe challenge it. But then the website domain is like super expensive. It's a whole thing. And we were like, hey, we all have mustaches, Palette Stash as it is. I thought about changing it, but now it's kind of stuck, and
Oh yeah,
now
it's
there's nothing we can do about it.
Newt says hi, by the way.
Oh no.
Hi, Nate. Hi, Nate.
Hi, Newt.
Well, that answers the age-old question as to why it's Palette Stashes. I love it. At least I got that off my chest, off my mind. But like I said, everyone, depending on where you found this episode, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky, or you watch the YouTube version and got to see all of their lovely faces like I did tonight, make sure you check the hyperlink down below. Follow Palette Knife on all the socials. Be ready for new music, new merch, upcoming tours, and all that fun stuff. One last big thank you to Alec, Chris, and Aaron for taking the time out of your Tuesday to sit down with me, talk about your band.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I had a great time.
Likewise. Everyone, be sure to follow Palette Knife, listen to Keyframe, and I'll catch everyone on the next episode. See ya.
Beers with bears.